In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use some of the selection operators that are found in the table view. First thing we're going to do is create a selection set, and we're going to do that on this delinquent parcels layer. So I'm going to use the select by rectangle interactive tool, and all I'm going to do here is just create a selection set. I've got 17 selected features. I'm going to open the attribute table. And again, you can see I have 17 features selected out of 301 features in that feature class. So when you have a selection set that's been defined for the layer, at the top of the table view, you'll see a number of tools that you can use that will allow you to either create a selection set or to work with the existing selection set. I'm going to compress this a little bit. Of course, we have a zoom to button. If you click the zoom to button, that just will zoom to the spatial extent of any selected features. That one's pretty straightforward, of course. There's a switch button. What that will do is it will switch the selection set. So right now I have 17 selected features. What that will do is unselect those 17 and then select all the other records that were not part of the initial selection set. So if I click on switch, you'll notice my selection set has now changed. Now I have 284. Those are the remaining records that were not initially selected. Of course, I can hit zoom to if I need to do that. Not really any need to do that in this case, but just to kind of show you how that works. And then I can of course switch back, zoom back to the original view. There are buttons here that will allow you to clear the selection set. You can copy the selection set. This is handy for situations where you maybe want to take the selected rows and copy and paste them into something like Microsoft Excel. All right, so if you hit copy here, that's going to send the rows to the clipboard. And then from there, you can bring up something like Excel. All right, and we'll bring up Excel real quick and just kind of show you how that works. So all I've done at this point is I've taken the 17 selected records. I click the copy button, and what that does is it basically just copies those records to the clipboard. So I'll just create a blank worksheet, and then at this point, then I should just be able to paste the records that were selected into my Excel spreadsheet. So that's kind of how that copy and paste situation works. I'm not going to save that. So that's how copy works. Now what delete will do, you have to be careful with delete. Any selected records that you have here are going to be deleted, so that would remove those 17 selected records, which a little bit dangerous there, right? You have to keep in mind what you're doing. You do have an undo available to you if you happen to delete the records, but be careful with that because you are deleting the records from the table. And if you save those changes, then of course those records are going to go away. And then of course we have the clear selection. That's going to clear the selection set. And the only other tool we haven't talked about here is select by attributes. If you click on that, it's going to bring up the select by attributes geoprocessing tool. And then from there you could define an expression. So I might select something like acres is greater than 5. Apply that. Okay, now you see I have 23 selected records. Now there's also a couple of little tools down here at the bottom of the table view. By default, it's going to show all records in your table view, but there's a button that will allow you to switch that to where you're seeing only selected features in your table view. There are also some buttons here that allow you to move to the beginning or end of the table as needed. All right, so those are just some additional selection tools. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you for joining.